sometimes technology is playing with us. When I was a student here, I can still remember, a lot of times when I listen to some speakers, I really don't remember what they said. But more often than not, when you listen to a speaker who started to talk about some stories, when you get out of the building, at least you remember the story. So I will give you a little story before everything else. So at least you will remember the story, even if you will not be able to remember what I'll be able to say later. One time in Japan, you know, Japanese guys, they really love sushi. So they want their fish fresh. But when they were fishing, all these fishermen were fishing all the fish near Japan, ran out, they had a problem. So they went back they talked to their government, and they asked the government to help them do something because they cannot fish any fresh fish anymore nearby the seaports of Japan. So the government said, why don't we build fishing vessels? You go out into the deep sea and you fish all these fish and bring them back to Japan. Which they did. They set up these big fishing vessels, went up to the sea for like a day or two, got all these fish and brought them back to Japan. But what happened is, the fish, when they got into Japan, were not anymore fresh. So the people didn't like it. So they said, it's not as good as when you were getting it near Japan. So they started to think of something. They innovated. So what they did is they thought of putting in fish tanks into these fishing vessels. So that way you can bring the fish alive back to Japan. Which they did. They put up fish tanks in these fishing vessels. They sailed into the sea, stayed there for about 2, 3, 4, 5 days, more days they stayed. And then when they went back to Japan, they laid out all these fish, they made the sushi and everything. But the Japanese people still knows what is an active live fish than a sluggish fish that was just caught and then put up in a sack. It was not moving. So it was not as good as it is when it was freshly caught from the sea. Now the question is, what will we do? They were asking each and every one of them what to do and how they would be able to work it out. And there's this one innovative guy among the Japanese fishermen who said, let's do something. So they did what the guy was told them. They fished like 3 or 4 days into the sea, put the fish in the tank, went back to Japan, and when they sliced the fish, it was fresh. And the Japanese guys like it. What did he do? He got a small shark, put it in the tank, and the fish, because of their survival instinct, started moving around the tank. And the shark is catching up on them, and they came into Japan, they were so fresh. So it went well. A few were eaten, but a lot stayed fresh, and the people of Japan gets to like it. So those were the days. And those were how things were done a lot during those periods. In our time now, technology plays a big role in changing the lives of people. You know, with a click, you used to say with a click of the mouse, but now you don't anymore say with a click of the mouse. You can see the world. You know, with your cell phones now, everything can be seen. Everything's there. I was watching the world's best 100 technologies in the world, and I was thinking it's the computer who will be #1, but it turned out it's the smartphone that ended up to be #1 among the technologies that innovate or change the lives of people. Everything, you can watch movies in your phone, you can call, you can see the world, and you can check, you can see the map, and it can work a lot of ways. So things got even better. You know, it's not something that we should look into as a problem, but it's more of a challenge for us now. How can we innovate and work on things? My role now today is really to welcome you and say thank you for coming, and that's it. However, Yusek de la Peña cannot make it, and I'm tasked to take charge of his role also in showcasing to each and everyone government's initiative in supporting TBIs in the country. And this effort, just a little background, the business incubation formally started in 1960 in the United States. You know, the objective is to increase the chances of success among entrepreneurs. So when this concept was introduced, it spread out like a wildfire because of its success stories. It spread out like a wildfire as far as Europe, and the rest of the world. UK incubators has grown from 25 in 1997 to about 270 by 2005. Meanwhile, in the US, by statistics in 2002 already show that they have about 1,000 incubators working in there. In the Philippines, we started off operating in 2008 with two, UP ISSI and UP Technopark, basically. Then, with the boom of the ICT sector in 2000, government started supporting the efforts of OTBIs. We encourage the growth of more innovative technologies, more particularly ICT-based entrepreneurs. The promotion and commercialization of newly adopted technologies, increased chances of success in entrepreneurs, economic impact among employee generation, and global competitiveness. Government TBI initiatives, we have a lot of TBIs now that are working, and why we need for more TBIs in the regions with different specializations. We have the DOST PESA Open TBI, which is by CP Garcia with ASTI. We have the DOST UP Enterprise, which is also by that area. We have the DOST UP LB Agriculture and ICT TBI. We have the Green TBI of West Visayas State University. We have the CLSU Agri and Food TBI. Palawan Brooks Point Kitchen Incubator. We have the SEEDS TBI. We have the PTRI TBI, MIRDC TBI, DSU TBI, NABCOR, MIRDC TBI, DOST ITTI TBI, SEEDS TBI, Green Technology Business Incubator West Visayas State University, CLSU, Mindanao State University in with their Iligan Institute of Technology campus. We have the Leyte Tourism Investors Promotion Center, IT Center Misamis Oriental, Misamis Oriental State College of Technology, Talisayan. We also have the Institute of Fish Processing Technology, the College of Fisheries and Ocean Sciences, UP Visayas Mindanao, Imbiagao. ITSO College of Technologies, University of Southern Philippines, Davao, among others. And the distribution in the country is not yet that widespread. Basically, that's why we are working on this forum and all these activities. We had one in Visayas, in Cebu. We have this one today, and we have another one tomorrow.